if you're making a cooking video, just talk like you normally talk. We're coming in with the mozzarella now. Yeah. Now we're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit it with some of that chipotle seasoning now. So come in with and hit it with should be banned from the English language. I'm all about free speech, all the amendments, especially the first. You know,
I always say pow when I'm throwing in something spicy.
it's bam, I think. Is what you say.
Shoot.
Pow's good.
Well, that's unique to me.
Oh, that's right. You like gunpowder. Your spice palette is so advanced that you have to put a little. So probably pow is the appropriate word for you.
Or is that from Step Brothers? Pow!
Oh, the helicopter guy, Rob Riggle.
Yeah.
Did you ever Nikki Glazer on the Tom Brady roast?
No.
Because Rob Riggle, you know who he is, right?
I do.
He's like a former veteran of one of the branches. And she goes, I just want to thank you for your efforts in the war against subtlety. It was pretty good. She had a pretty good roast, that one. But hey.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Mark. Here's the number 120, whatever. Tonight I'm drinking I'm getting beard out, so I'm drinking I also bought, so I've been drinking bourbon, and I bought some bourbon that I'm not like thrilled with as a sipper. So I thought I'll just make it old. I feel like I'm on a high school ski trip right now with the amount of like how horribly I mixed not a high-end bourbon, but not the cheapest bourbon ever, with Fresca for a whiskey sour. And I have to dilute it. You can see I've also had a glass of ice next to this. So it's pretty strong. And it sounds probably bad when I drink it. Like
when you were on your high school ski trip,
yeah,
were you using a Boda bag?
Yeah. Well, the Boda bag would just have straight in it. That you just pour the booze straight into that. But like for mixing on the way up and then, yeah, just usually on the way up, because then we would just drink straight like Southern Comfort or Windsor, a lot of Windsor.
Just kind of pinch it right into your mouth.
Yeah. Jesus, Mark. What the hell, man? I don't like any of that what you just did, especially the look in your eye and the angle of yeah, no, yes, you can do what you just did with your other hand for your pleasure, but the Boda bag can't feel it. I guess it's good, a life lesson, You want to practice like you play, right?
That's right.
Well, anyway, who is this, Mark? What is this?
What is this?
Thank you. Oh, wow. You sound so flabbergasted.
Hello, we're the Ascertainers. Welcome to our podcast. My name's Mark, and my wonderful partner in this endeavor is Jim. Say hello to everyone.
That's me, present.
And we are a podcast about fun.
It's so much fun. So, yeah.
And enlightenment. We teach people things along the way. Don't we?
People implies plural, but sure. All right. That's cool. We have a plethora of listeners.
Wow.
Not many. But if you're listening...
Would you say myriad?
I would, you could, I would just say myriad, though I wouldn't say a myriad or a myriad of. But Mark and I have been doing Mark and I are friends from, we actually were started as neighbors, then lovers, then friends. After Mark moved out of the neighborhood because of the whole second
part. We were not lovers. We were not.
We weren't?
Maybe in your mind, in your fantasies, but
Mark,
no.
This is the worst. Anyway, we are old chums for 25 years plus, and Mark decided that this would be a thing to do after he retired from being an astronaut or something like that. And I said, let's do it. So, but we've been doing this for over 2 years, once a week. And tonight we just came to the conclusion that we are going to mix up the order a bit. So if we miss a week, hold on to your horses there. We're not going anywhere. We're just, we're retooling. So
I think
hopefully it'll make
on the way, we're going to start doing it daily. We're going to be like Joe Rogan, 3 hours every day.
I'll give you a key to the place. You can come down, do whatever you got to do. You can also take
Do I have to podcast or can I do what I need
You
to
do whatever
do.
you gotta do down here. I mean, I'm gonna come down and use the treadmill once in a while, like every couple times a year. So that's gonna mess you up.
And those really tight shorts.
They're supportive, smart. They're prescription shorts. I get them custom fit, custom made.
I think those are just nylons.
That's what they look like. I asked them to look natural, and what they gave me was nude. I guess that's a shade or something. Do you remember when pantyhose was a big deal?
Yes.
Like in the eggs, they'd sell legs. And that was probably one of the best marketing things ever. They sold them in a little egg-shaped container.
Didn't Joe Namath get photographed in legs?
I'm not sure, but I thought he shaved his legs with Noxzema is what he did.
I thought he did a pantyhose commercial also.
Joe Namath. I'm struggling. I don't know. I think he even got more popular after he did that. I think he might have had a few pain pills in him or something that night with Susie Colbert. I think it was.
He had a bit of a drinking problem.
Or Susie
for a while.
Colbert. I think she's Colbert, but Stephen Colbert is, spelled the same, but he calls it Colbert. Shame to see him go. Are we in this episode, or is everyone knows who we are? Mark, Jim, Minnesota, Newts. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we're down to every other week.
It's a thing. It's a life balance thing, and it's good. I appreciate Mark. I just told Mark tonight, and he's taking it really well. Here's another pillow to scream into, Mark. The other one's
very hurtful.
The other one you actually blew a hole in, but anyhow. But I forget where I was talking about.
Well, we were talking about Stephen Colbert getting axed,
yes.
But we can bring up Gutfeld was on Fallon last night.
Oh, what? Wait.
The night before we did this taping.
It's weird because I watched Gutfeld and he wasn't on, and they blamed it on a colonoscopy or something. Well, here's what I just want to say about late night television in the last, I don't know how many years. I would say probably since George Bush W. That Johnny Carson I'm showing my age. Before Johnny Carson, there was, I think, Steve Allen. I think before Steve Allen, there was Jack Parr. But there used to be this thing called The Tonight Show. And it was a thing where there was a host who was very neutral on everything. And he was there mostly just to make celebrities look good and not be the center of attention, and just to be like a conduit. And I guess there were fewer channel options. So it's like you could say, oh, so many people watch. Well, because what else are they going to do? And that stopped being a thing.
I would lump Letterman and Conan as being in that.
Conan for sure. And to this day, Letterman, though, it got to him. I think he then later on, and rapidly. So like if it was like a graph, like whatever, there's a spike toward the end. And it's probably when he got, in hot water for his staph treatment or whatever it was, where
he was sleeping with the staff.
Yeah. Or he was being creepy with the staff.
I thought he married one of his staffers.
Miramar Coe? Or that was his wife forever, Miramar Coe, who was a writer on the original show. I don't think we're talking about that, though, because that was like 40 years ago. That was in the 80s, 1980s.
I didn't think he was married that long. I thought...
No, he was with her, and then, I think they got married. They had a kid or whatever the hell. I don't know. I'm not a David Letterman expert.
I'm not.
All I know is that early David Letterman, some of my best memories with my dad were watching working on my swears, was watching. I had first hour study hall the second semester of my senior year, which meant I didn't have to go to school till like 9 a.m. So I could stay up late and watch TV with the old man, like late, 10:30 or whatever, when it came on. And we had some great laughs on Dave's stupid human tricks and stupid pet tricks and the wall of Velcro and
dropping the watermelon off the roof.
Yeah, him and Biff Henderson. Yeah. So anyway, but point of the matter is that Colbert got canceled, and I think I'm okay with that. I don't care about what your politics are, but when I'm watching a late night like talk show, I don't need to know what your politics are. But it seems like the trend is that they want to talk about politics first, or be the center of attention on their show that they're supposed to be just a facilitator of entertainment on. So I'm just poked at Jimmy Fallon for the latter, and Seth Meyers and Colbert. Is there another one? If it's only those two guys.
Well,
Colbert's
Kimmel.
good. Oh, Kimmel. Yeah.
after watching those shows, you should go to bed smiling. You shouldn't go to bed angry from watching what's supposed to be a late night feel-good talk show.
Well, I think, though, that honestly, that I'm doing
He's diluting his drink.
I'm doing
right
some hillbilly drink improvement. Oh, look, there's a towel. I think that the people that gravitate toward that, though, are happy after they watch that. Like it's
Oh,
kind
that
of
could
just,
be.
it's like, to me, it's like confirmation bias, which is, meaning you're just kind of looking for someone to agree with what you agree with, and that makes you feel pretty good about yourself or whatever. And that's cool. I mean, we all kind of seek it in our lives, in many aspects of our lives. Anyway, I'm glad we're not political, even though we've been talking about politics ish for a bit.
And Colbert's, don't even know if it's a defense, but he didn't understand if he saw the ratings were bad, he blamed somebody else. It couldn't have been him.
Oh, well, he's got great delivery.
He does.
When we first met Stephen Colbert, at least a lot of us, when I first met him, it was on the Daily Show. And I was surprised when I saw him testifying in Congress one time. I think was it the federal or was it just the South Carolina State House?
No, it was the U.S. Congress.
Yeah, and he was espousing some or reinforcing some quite liberal causes that I'm like, really, Colbert? Huh, you fooled me. But whatever. Anyway, good luck to you, Stephen Colbert. You're funny. Just be funny.
I did enjoy him on Birdman, Attorney at Law.
Harvey Danger? No, is that what that guy's name was?
No, it was Birdman. And he
was just called Birdman?
Yeah, Attorney at Law.
Was Harvey Danger, did you practice mostly bird law?
It was bringing out like old Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters, and he would defend them.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same thing, but I messed it up.
It was Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Very funny show, and Colbert was great in it.
Well,
just be funny, like you said.
But here's the thing. Here's the beauty of America.
I thought this was America.
No, is that if he'll somehow manage to make it on his whatever money they paid him over the years, the millions. But he can just kind of take a little time out, work on his tan and his abs and stuff like that, and then come back and just be a regular ass comedian. And you don't stop being funny, but his whatever he was peddling, I just was very. I think he alienated a lot of his audience and whatever. And he didn't have enough of an audience to stay employed at that job. Well, how about that? You said you want to talk about some stuff from last episode?
Let's go on to something completely different. Monty Python. This is going to be sad news. Loni Anderson passed away.
She did.
At 79.
Right? 79?
Yeah.
So she outlived Ozzy.
Yeah.
See that coming? What did Loni Anderson do other than WKRP? Was she not married to Burt Reynolds?
Yes.
And that's it. What else is she known for other than being from Minnesota?
Battle of Network Stars.
True. Probably just one of those episodes could make her legendary.
She probably did some guest stars on shows and made for television movies.
You know who she reminds me of? It just popped into my head. Do you know who Gretchen Carlson is? She was a Miss Minnesota. She was on I think the Fox News channel.
Oh, yeah.
They have the same kind of vibe going, sans the hair, the 80s hair was over the top. But I think she might have had breast implants. I don't know, but...
Gretchen or Loni? Or both?
Definitely Loni. I don't know about Gretchen's.
I don't think Loni had.
Really?
No.
Okay, well...
Because I know her because she grew up not very far from me.
Well, you could have started with that.
Oh, well, I thought we...
Were you guys friends? She was 79, so you guys were close to the same age.
Ow.
So, you guys go to the same school?
No, she was my baby.
Did you start the 4th grade at the same time? She was your babysitter?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
No, she wasn't. I was kidding.
Wow, you could have had me.
In my dreams, yes.
Yeah, oh, you sick fuck. Anyway, all right, well.
No, but she grew up very close to where I grew up.
Did any of your siblings know her?
No.
Okay.
My oldest sister and myself, we have the same birthday. And she still holds that against me.
I have 2 siblings that have the same birthday.
Wow.
That's an odd stat, don't you think? They were a year apart. You were many sisters and brothers apart. How do we get onto that?
Mentioned that Loni Anderson died because she's a Minnesota woman and we're from Minnesota.
She, Minnesota legend.
And she was very beautiful, but she did too much plastic surgery at the end. I think some people get addicted to it and just stop. Like Priscilla Presley. Have you ever seen her lately?
I think you're right. I think that once you make a correction, then you have to make a correction to that. Everything's got to keep up, right?
Yeah.
You can't just make, it's like, hey, I want to make my nose look cooler. Well, now your nose looks perky and the rest of your face looks worse.
You all can't be like Mickey Rourke where it all worked out fine.
I think every woman should age like the blonde-haired chick from Heart, which I think was Nancy Wilson. It was Ann and Nancy Wilson. One of them is
in the show Heart to Heart.
Heart to Heart, Stephanie Powers. No?
Yes.
Why do I know that? And who's the dude? The guy, I can picture him. He's wearing a tuxedo. Richard somebody. No, Robert somebody.
It's not Robert Wagner.
It is. I think so. It's not Marcus Welby. I know that. Marcus Welby, the name of the character or the name of the show? Is a character. Robert Young. Sorry.
Or Helen Mirren. She aged well. Yeah. I'm sure she had work done, but she did minimal.
I think that we're on the same page with that. Heart to Heart. How do they spell it? H-A-R?
H-A-R-T.
I think it's Robert Wagner for sure.
Is it?
Also, it's just tremendous in Austin Powers. Was that him in Austin Powers?
Yes. Number 2?
Yes. Robert Wagner.
I'm grabbing another beer, but I shouldn't because I have to get up very early tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Mark's got a thing.
I do have a thing.
Yeah.
I also have an event tomorrow.
You can put that away. We get it. Mark's got a thing. Everyone clear on that? All right. Well, tell us about your thing, Mark. Tomorrow.
It's a car show, a Pontiac club.
Are you gonna show up? You're only going early because of has the publication come out yet with our
It has
likeness in it? Just tell me how many people ask where I am, when you see him.
What?
Oh, where's the other guy? Just say he's getting his back worked on by the chiropractor. It's sore from carrying the
Do you want to go on to errors and omissions?
I don't have any errors and omissions. I have an addition. I have two like additions. What do we call that? What are your errors and omissions? You said you had a couple.
Well, I was going to bring up Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 when Jim mentioned, don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
You said something very similar though, didn't you?
I did, but I screwed it up.
Okay, well.
I didn't say it correctly.
Better than I would have got. I thought it was a Stifler original line. That's from American Wedding. I posted the clip to that at the episode 124 show notes. Just scroll down and you'll see some cool shit, including a very interesting Fleetwood Mac song that if you wanted to win a bar bet, you would put that on iTunes or wherever the hell, Bar Tunes, and say, who do you think this is? Or you say, do you think this is Fleetwood Mac? And then win the money.
To that, Peter Green was actually on the original release of the album cover. It was Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, but he fought the record companies to get his name taken off the album cover. So it was re-released as Fleetwood Mac.
That is what we want this podcast to be. And about every 125 episodes, you're going to get some kind of cool fact like that. Wow. Is Peter Green happy with that? He's probably dead, but...
No, he was very happy because he was the one who took his name off.
Oh, because of how they changed their sound over the years.
This was before they got new members. He said, Fleetwood Mac is Fleetwood Mac. It's not my band.
Well, now I'm a Peter Green fan.
Yeah, I am too.
At first, I thought he was an idiot for taking his name off that kick-ass property. But...
And then they kicked him out of the band. No, he left on its own volition. The whole 9 yards was for fighter planes in World War II. I said 50 cal. It was not a 50 cal.
50 cal is a big bullet.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a lot of lead. But still, the whole 9 yards means to fully consume or to give them everything you got, I think is how
Yes.
Like give them the whole 9 yards. Don't leave anything in the ammunition belt.
Nothing in the tank. Get rid of it all. That's all I had.
That's it?
Yeah.
Man, we're pretty good at this. So I'll do something that's related to the last episode. I brought up my song of the week last week was Band on the Run by Wings. And the video that I posted, Paul McCartney is playing a bass that I think is just the coolest looking bass in music. He's playing a Rickenbacker, either 4001 or 4003. I can't tell. I don't know how you can tell them apart. But it's also the same bass that Chris Squire from Yes played, some guy from Rush, Geddy Lee played it for a long time, although only a short time. Geddy went back to the Fender jazz bass for way more years than he played the Rickenbacker. But when I fell in love with those bands, they were playing Rickenbacker basses, and it's just a cool looking instrument. So do you have thoughts on that as a bassist?
I don't know. Is that the one that looks like a cello on its side?
No, that's Paul McCartney's. It's a Hofner bass. It looks like a little violin, you know? Yeah. That's it's Hofner. And I always thought, how's that going to sound good? And then when you hear Paul McCartney, like isolated bass tracks, you're like, oh, that's how it sounds good.
I always thought he just picked up a fiddle and that can't be right.
It was less aesthetically pleasing or cool looking, but the Rickenbacker. So that was one of my things.
I'll have to look that up.
The other is, we were talking about, and you know what, this is really bad. I'm going to look it up as we go, but maybe I'll get your opinion of this phrase, because we were talking about commonly used phrases, and I thought of the phrase ham-handed. Have you ever heard the phrase ham-handed? It usually means kind of an awkward attempt. He was ham-handed in his approach or whatever.
I guess I've only heard heavy-handed.
Well, I'm going to look up ham-handed. But while I'm doing that, I think that would be the best. If you had a ham on one hand, I would want it on my bat, like my catcher's hand, like if you were playing baseball. And then with the other hand, you could chop off a piece of ham, grab some mustard, just all day long you're eating ham. You'd never go hungry.
Would you get the pre-sliced one, or would you have the one with the bone in, the full ham?
Well, come to think of it, the bone in would give you some stability. If you grab the bone, see what I'm doing here with my hand, Mark?
Well, just thinking that way.
With it. Sometimes there's a little extra underneath, and you got to make sure that gets on the bun too. That's what I do with my other hand. And anyway, did you say what is it? What did you come up with? What was when I said ham-handed? You think of what?
Heavy-handed.
Oh, heavy-handed. The other is ham-fisted.
Oh, I have heard of ham-fisted.
Where does it come from?
But I have no idea what that is. Is that maybe a boxing term that had a huge glove and it was ham-fisted?
I don't know. Where should I pick the correct answer from here?
I have no idea.
Here. Here. This is Merriam-Webster. Heard of them? It's a dictionary.
Who's this guy? Or is it a woman?
It's a Merriam as a chick, I think. It doesn't give me anything on that.
I think it's ham-fisted. I don't think I've ever heard of ham-handed.
Here's ham-handed versus ham-fisted. Best fight ever. Meaning and origin. Here we go. Ham-fisted means someone is clumsy and not very skilled at a task, especially in situations where carefulness or skill is important. There's another similar term you might have heard, ham-handed. Wondering if there's a difference between the two? I found the edge of my seat. Actually, no. They mean the same thing. So it means someone who's clumsy and not skilled at a task. All I know is I'm starving. I could go for a ham and cheese. Can you eat ham?
I do.
On special occasions?
Yeah.
Man, I like me some spiral cut ham, honey baked ham.
So we make a special sauce that I grew up with that my mom made. Easy,
yeah.
Jim.
If it was you and your sibling.
He's like covering his eyes.
That's how it starts. That's the first ingredient.
I'm so sorry. I should never said so.
After a couple of holidays, you realize, here it is again. And then in the 90s, you started wearing like Speedo goggles like Tory Hunter did around the holidays. Cool.
Is that why you wore them?
Sure.
No, but it was Miracle Whip, mustard, and horseradish.
So it looked like, I'm sure.
But you mix it up and you put it on ham, and it's awesome.
I'm sure it is. I'm just breathing into my glass. I hope people can hear that.
Is that what the chef? Maybe he should hear about this, and maybe he would have recommendations.
Chef's reaction. I'll post a video from. I will spend the next however many days between when I get the episode and when we post it, I will find the absolute. Well, there's like hundreds of them, but I'll find one that is a good representation. So, yeah.
So Jim asked me what would be our topic for tonight. And I said, I'm drawing a blank. And I thought that would get him to look up where the origin of that came from.
See, really?
I did. I thought that would be kind of funny.
I would give any effort outside of the Friday night recording session.
Did you notice that I was doing that?
I did not.
Ah, wow.
Like if it had a C on the end, like Mel Blanc, the cartoon voiceover guy, that would have been. I could have run with that. But no, I didn't. No.
Well, it comes from.
You got to hit me over the head with it, Mark.
Queen Elizabeth did a lottery for something, and if you drew a blank, you didn't get it. I don't know. It was something way back.
Head chopped off or something.
Yeah.
But that's a positive though. Drawing a blank would be a positive in that case.
No. What is that story where anybody who got the black dot, they were stoned to death, and the girl drew the black dot, and it's a famous short story. My God, expand your horizons a little bit, please. Then we could have a normal conversation between adults.
Mark, I can't read good. I went to the Derek Zoolander Institute for kids who can't read good.
I'm going to punish you even more now.
Bring it.
It's been 60 years that the Grateful Dead has been around.
A lot of years.
And they just did
But are they still around?
Well, Dead and Company. 2 members are still in the band.
Well, do you have how many members did the Dead have? Original members?
Well, Pigpen died pretty early.
My point is this, is that the Dead and Company has how many original Dead members in it?
2.
That's pretty impressive. What do they do?
Well, Bob Weir is the guitarist, and
he was not an original member, was he?
Bob Weir, yes.
Oh, I thought he came in later.
And Mickey Hart wasn't an original, but he came in pretty early.
So what you meant to say was 1 member. But it's a singer, so they can coast on that. Once Bob Weir's gone, see ya. You can't call yourself the Dead anymore.
Yeah.
You have to call yourself Peter Green's Grateful Dead. I think, right?
What a douche. But they did a concert in Golden Gate Park, and it was simulcast in other theaters around the country.
Recently?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I didn't go. It was in Roseville. Closest one was in Roseville.
Oh, so you could have gone to a park in Roseville and watched it?
No, a theater.
Okay.
Which brings me back to Loni Anderson because she was from Roseville.
Oh.
You see how I tied that all in? I am just a master at podcasting.
You're like the Levi Strauss of dressmaking with your observations here, right?
Wow.
What did you do to the back of your head?
Scratched it.
Kind of a water sub? I have a song of the week.
Well, I was going to finish about the Grateful Dead.
Sorry. It's not like me to rush you through one of those stories.
You threw in Rush, the other.
What is the Grateful Dead again? They're a band?
Jerk.
Jerkhead.
He threw me off, and I don't even know what I'm going to say now.
Pigpen, Linus, Lucy, the Grateful Dead.
My college roommate, and I want to get him on the podcast because he went to see Dead and Company at the Las Vegas Sphere. So I want him to expand on that for us.
Well,
if we can figure out how to get him to
why
call
don't
in.
we try to make a phone call one of these episodes? And
we should.
We should call someone tonight.
Call someone who cares. Here's a dime. Okay, let's go on to the song of the week.
My song of the week was, my son sent me a song from a band he had never heard of, which means you have never heard of, meaning Charlie and Pat and Jeff. So I thought I'd bypass that song. It's a pretty interesting song, though. It sounded like a good amalgamation of many different bands. Starting off with The Who. Didn't it sound like I Can't Explain, like the first riff right out of the gate, and then it went into something else, and the lyrics sound like a different guy, and the chorus sounded like another band, and then there was some Pink Floyd clock bells going off at the end.
Yes, it's
It
a
was
song
a
that
very busy song.
had a lot of influences from a lot of different.
It turns out we're talking about that song enough. I'm going to tell you who it is. It was I think the band's name was Tenement. And I'll post the link for you. Garden of Secrecy. Well, yeah, they're not going to, no one knows about this band, but tell me if this doesn't sound like The Who. Oh, it's coming out of my... And that goes on to something different. So I just don't have any more facts about this band. But it sounds like Roger Daltrey's going to come on and say whatever the hell he says.
Can't explain.
No, he says something, but I can't understand it. Can't repeat it. Anyway, so there, I'm going to save my other one for next episode. But that's what I got. A band called Tenement from Appleton, presumably Wisconsin. I doubt Minnesota, from about 2015. The people that like that song really like that song. So give it a listen. And I'll post the link in the episode notes.
And I think that ties into what I'm going to talk about. Terry Reid died at the age of 75. I know I've heard the name before, but I didn't recognize it. But there's so much music out there that we've never heard. And it's fantastic music.
Can I tell you, I never heard of Terry Reid until I would say 18 months ago, year and a half ago. Something came on. It's like, this guy was going to be Zeppelin's singer, or he turned down Led Zeppelin is really what it was. I got that story. I'm sure you do too, but.
Well, he was in the movie becoming Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
They mentioned him that they wanted,
Jimmy Page was friends with Terry Reid, or knew of Terry Reid, and asked if he wanted to join Led Zeppelin, which wasn't a thing yet. And he was touring the States with like Jethro Tull or somebody.
It wasn't Tull, but it was somebody.
He was opening up for somebody. And he's like, when do you want to start? I can make it in like 4 months or whatever. They're like, no, we need you tomorrow. And he passed. So
he actually said, check out this Robert Plant guy.
Oh, so he recommended Plant. How about them apples?
And he goes, John Bonham. He recommended both.
Holy shit. Well, look at that. So R.I.P. Terry Reid for being just a good dude. That's what a good dude does. Hey, it's not for me, but check this guy out,
So he turned down Led Zeppelin, and then later on, Deep Purple asked him.
That would be the next progression, right?
Right.
He turned that down too?
He did.
Just to be a solo artist, or was he in some band?
I don't know why he turned down Deep Purple.
Every Terry Reid example of music I've heard is tremendous, but you got to look for it. You've never heard, you've never heard it. You never received Terry Reid music. You had to go find Terry Reid music. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, very fair.
Well, hey, I'm a fair guy.
You are. Mayfly is my song. It's more of a hippie song. What? I don't know if...
As a Grateful Dead fan, I have a hard time believing that... How's that drink going? I have a hard time believing that you would listen to hippie music, but...
No, it's a fantastic song to me.
And it's called what now?
Mayfly.
And it'll be posted at the bottom of this episode, show notes. So
and you can decide...
Is it good because it features... I hope it features his voice, not his guitar.
It does.
His guitar playing was pedestrian relative to his voice.
His voice is prominent in pretty much all he does.
So the Terry Reid songs that I heard, it was unfair to Terry Reid because I was always like, what would that sound like in stereo? What would that sound like in like instead of Robert Plant? I think history benefited from that decision to let Robert Plant be the singer, because I think Plant is a little more perhaps dynamic. Is there a tiny bit wider range? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't listened to enough Terry Reid.
Terry Reid said, I think it's a 2004 interview, that maybe Led Zeppelin would have worked out with him. Maybe it hadn't. But it worked out for Robert Plant and John Bonham. Just go with it.
So he was completely not bitter. He was just...
Oh, not at all.
I wonder what that would be like to live like that. I mean, because I look at Joe Rogan and I go, what? I could have been on that fucking thing. Oh, that's right. They didn't call. But I mean, seriously, that sounds like a guy who was at peace with his
Yes.
just doing his thing. More people should be like that, starting right here with your number 2 ascertainer, Jim.
Yeah, he was no Pete Best in that situation.
Pete Best, little not as willing to accept.
Yeah, he was a little more bitter. But he was kicked out, not
I would think
turned it down.
I would only be pissed if I was Pete Best if a guy like Pete Imperial beat me, or Pete Titanium, like Pete Supreme or Peerless Pete. Now I'm talking about wide receivers in the NFL. Huh. I wonder if they can drum.
Mm.
Go ahead, Mark. You're on your second beer here. We had a couple at Newt's, but we started pretty early tonight. We're probably going to record another. Stay tuned for that, which will
Good luck, people.
in the future. But do your thing, Mark. Close us out.
Get a hold of us at TheAscertainers@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Share us with a friend. And thank you for another wonderful podcast, Jim.
Oh, thanks, Mark. I don't think you met that part. The wonderful part. They're all wonderful in their own way. Like, which one's your favorite kid? Anyway, Mark asking people to email us and like us on Facebook is like it's like the kid like casting a fishing lure into a parking lot and dragging it back, hoping a fish will bite it. Like there's no water. He's standing at the shore, but there ain't no lake. That's from Replacements, Johnny's Gonna Die. By the way, I'll post that video, and that is such a great, underrated song. Johnny's Gonna Die.
When I was growing up,
it's about Johnny Thunders. I'm just going to keep interrupting your story. Go ahead. Growing up with Loni Anderson as your babysitter?
While she was babysitting me, I would take washers and put it on my fishing pole to practice casting into the street.
A lot of people tie that to the fishing line, not the pole, but, I get it. Did you get good at it?
Good night, everybody. We'll end this now.
Bye. Go do something good. Bye.